CBS College Sports, the only network providing you with complete coverage of the Big Time Showcase, a recruiting combine featuring the best high school football players on the East Coast. This event can change the lives of young men trying to get the attention of the top programs all over the country. We bring you exclusive access right now on College Sports Tonight. Alongside Darren McIntosh, my name is Greg Amsinger. This is College Sports Tonight, and I sure hope you like college football recruiting. There's a lot of that in this show, along with news, right?
Yes, we've got plenty to get to, and we will try to get everything that we think you need to know into the next 60 minutes of the show. But let's get started with our top stories on the day, and it seems to be the theme of the offseason.
Well, like I alluded to in the opening of the show, the event formerly known as the Elite College Combine is taking place in Piscataway, New Jersey today. Now, its new official name is the BigTime Showcase. Some of the best talent in the East Coast will showcase their abilities over the next few hours. Now, keep in mind, you have to be invited to this event, so simply seeing the field of this combine is a big deal. This event will also offer the opportunity to pit the best against the best at each position. Therefore, each player in attendance will have the chance to improve their respective ranking. Now, our big-time recruiting expert, Tom Lemming, he's just the guy to rank them. Tom is in Piscataway, New Jersey. He joins us now. Tom, tell us why an event like this is so important.
Well, you know why it's important? Because there's an awful lot of ball players here without scholarships. They're here to try to get scholarships. College coaches aren't allowed to be here for the first time. We're televising it here on CBS College Sports, but also the information gets out very quickly. Somebody just ran a 4.25, which is really blazing. That ball player, you could be assured, will be getting scholarship offers by the end of the week. So it's very important for the ball players. They have no offers. And I think it's also important to really justify high rankings of the ball players that are here, because there's some very big-name players.
Now, a few changes to this event. Coaches can't come, but there are celebrity coaches involved. How do these changes affect the combine at all?
They don't really affect it all. You know what it does affect, though? The ball players' nerves. Last year we had 70 head coaches at the combine, and you could tell the ball players were constantly looking over their shoulder to see if there was a head coach staring at them and watching what they did, particularly if they made a mistake or not. But I think right now the ball players seem to be a lot calmer. They're in their element. You got high school coaches here. You've got former ball players here that have done very well at the elite combine in the past. So I think the atmosphere is great. The weather's fantastic, and there's an awful lot of good athletes here today at Rutgers Stadium.
Now, the NCAA will not allow college coaches to be at combines anymore. That is why they cannot come. Now, for the past few years, our cameras were at this event and caught a few incredible individual performances. Tom, do you remember when your top defensive lineman, Marvin Austin, a few years back, who plays at North Carolina now, went one-on-one with current Rutgers left tackle Anthony Davis? You remember that?
I sure do, and it was really, I thought, the best one-on-one matchup I've seen in the last 4 years here at the Combine, and ironically, they're both here today talking about that. They're best friends. They play for two Rutgers and North Carolina respectively, but they're still best friends, and they were goofing around and still talking about one having the edge over the other one. And Anthony threw out some good one-liners at him. Say, how many games have you won over the last 3-4 years? Just 3 or 4 games, and Marvin took exception to that.
I'd have to give Marvin the advantage in the one-on-one when you look at the tape. Now, Vidal Hazelton, who just wrapped up his sophomore season at USC with 50 catches, was unstoppable a few years back at the Combine. During one-on-one drills with defensive backs, his shirt was literally ripped off from the amount of holding that took place. How intense do these one-on-one drills get during a Combine?
They certainly do. Vidal had a chip on his shoulder. He thought he was being overlooked by a lot of people, because if you remember at the time of the Combine, we were there filming, and I think he only had a couple of offers. After that, he wound up getting offers from about 30 or 40 more schools, and eventually wound up signing with USC. The intensity of the one-on-one drills when it's DBs against wide receivers or offensive linemen going against defensive linemen is enormous, because they know an awful lot is on the line. College scholarships are on the line, so these guys are going at it like it's a life and death matter.
All right. He's our recruiting expert, Tom Lemming, who's joining us from the Big Time Showcase in Piscataway. A few blue-chip prospects will be joining him later in the show. We look forward to that, Tom. All right, it's time to step aside in this edition.
I know I'm just going to go in there and work hard, and who the best player plays. So I I didn't want to do the whole depth chart math and just try and see who's leaving, who's coming in. I just wanted to go in there and work hard and just see what happens. And they're all great ball players at Rutgers, and they're all going to be great athletes. And I just want to keep talking to them because I think they're going to build something special here, and which they already have, 3 straight bowl games.
Tom Savage hanging out with Tom Lemming. That kid is considered the most highly touted recruit ever at Rutgers. He still has 1 year left of high school football.